Crypto is coming down quite a bit and Dogecoin goes down with it. Now, does it make sense to buy this dip? Let's have a look at some charts you've probably never seen before. No US dollar charts, no random lines. We're going to look at relative valuation charts. We're going to look at dominance charts. We're going to look at the things other people don't show you. Now, here's what everybody looks at. The Dogecoin US dollar chart, and it went down from top to bottom by 15%. We have recovered a bit though, so in the last 24 hours the drop is 7%. Now, I want to share with you something. I want to share with you why most crypto YouTubers are super bullish about everything all the time and why YouTube only shows you those kind of videos. I made two videos on Dogecoin recently. The first one was rather bullish and that outperformed an average video by a lot. So the average video is here in gray, you can barely see it. This was a very nice outperformer. The like ratio on that video was quite typical, around 95-96%. But then I followed up with a rather bearish video. And yes, that outperformed as well, but definitely not that much. And have a look at the like to dislike ratio. Way more people disliked that bearish video. And so that's the thing, right? Most people search for the assets that they own. They are bullish on the asset. They simply just want to get their bias confirmed. And if it's a voice that's rather bearish, the video tends to get a thumbs down. Thus, the creators aren't really incentivized to make neutral videos. The YouTubers that climb up the fastest in the algorithm and that get exposed to a broad audience are the ones that always hype up everything. But that's not necessarily in your best interest. What might be in your best interest is to look at things the way they are. And what we've got over here is the Dogecoin dominance. So we are not looking at Dogecoin's US dollar price. We are looking at its market cap as a fraction of all of crypto. And this is a long-term historical chart. And we tend to trade in somewhat of a range between 0.6% of all of crypto being Doge up to roughly 2%. Now we did peak at some point at 3.8%, but there was a one-time peak in May of 2021 where all altcoins rallied a lot. And so the big question is the risk to reward still worth it for Dogecoin? Is the upside still there relative to the downside? And if we just take that historical trading range that we've been in for years and we hit the relative market cap of the all-time high, the absolute top would be a doubling of the current price. It would be plus 100%. But now let's try not to be just blindly optimistic. Let's try to be realistic and look at both cases. If we were to drop in a similar fashion to 2 years ago, there is the potential downside of 60%, maybe in the worst case, even 70%. And so in the optimistic scenario, it's simply just a coin flip, right? We will not get a 10x from here. Now, how can I be so certain that there is no 10x in Dogecoin? Again, the answer lies in relative valuations. If Dogecoin was to 10x, its market cap would be at 540 billion. That would be larger than BNB, larger than Solana, larger than the largest stablecoin Tether, even larger than Ethereum. Dogecoin would be 1/3 of the market cap of Bitcoin. Now let's go with the optimistic scenario and Dogecoin was to double. Again, relatively speaking, right? We're not looking at US dollar price here. We're looking at Dogecoin dominance as in, is it worth to buy Dogecoin relative to other cryptocurrencies? If Bitcoin goes up, of course, Dogecoin goes up as well. But is it worth to have this Dogecoin exposure? Is it worth to have more risk? Do we get more potential upside? And again, when we look at this positive scenario where we are doubling and we're getting close to the dominance of April of 2021, then Dogecoin's market cap would beat Solana's. Now, Solana is the most active chain. Most transactions are currently processed on Solana. We've got a 24-hour trading volume of $7 billion. Is Dogecoin worth more than Solana, than the most active chain? Could it climb that high if things get super heated and everybody gets very irrational? Yes, it's possible. Is it a fair valuation? Probably not. Does it make sense to rather trade on fair valuations than hoping that somebody even more stupid will come along? I believe so as well. I think it's better to buy the thing that's cheap than to buy the thing that's already expensive, hoping that it gets even more expensive. And so here is the common misconception. Most people now think that the altcoin market is actually pretty hot, that most altcoins outperform Bitcoin right now. That's not true. When we don't look at the Dogecoin dominance, but we look at the others dominance, so how much of all of crypto is in the cryptocurrencies that are not in the top 10, then we are seeing this going down since beginning of the year by 33%. What is instead climbing It's the Bitcoin dominance. Now, why is the Bitcoin dominance climbing? Why is Bitcoin becoming more important within crypto? It's of course the Bitcoin ETF. More and more money flows from Wall Street into crypto, and that supports especially Bitcoin, less so Dogecoin. It's quite unlikely that we're going to see a Dogecoin ETF anytime soon. Now, I'm not bearish overall on crypto. I do believe that even buying this dip in Dogecoin could pay off. The question is the risk versus reward really ideal? If we look at the very short-term money, if we look at the stablecoin dominance, then yes, there are more and more stablecoins being deployed, but we are not yet at an extreme low level. So there's still some money left that could push up prices. And that's again, relatively speaking, within crypto. At the same time, we do see how money is flowing from the traditional markets into crypto. So this is now the stablecoin market cap, not the stablecoin dominance. So money is definitely getting deployed, and this will elevate crypto prices further, including Dogecoin. But will Dogecoin outperform everything else, especially given that it's a meme coin, especially given that other meme coins might have more upside? Because here's how I see this. I think most upside is in the small meme coins. It's in the meme coins that get freshly launched. It's in the Pump.fun ecosystem. So that's a Solana based meme coin launchpad, and that went up in the last 7 days by 130%. And I believe this will continue to go up. This entire ecosystem has a market cap of 7 billion, while Dogecoin's market cap is 7 to 8 times the size. But this is an ecosystem. There's 467 tokens in here. And just have a look at what kind of tokens did the best today. Have a look at the market caps. It's 19 million, 31 million, 128 million. It's in the millions. It's not in the billions. Those tokens are way smaller. Dogecoin is more than 1,000 times larger. To make one of those tokens go up by 5%, you only need 1,000th of the capital compared to Dogecoin going up to the same degree. I have a look at the best tokens in the last week. We've got one token that's in the billions. The rest is all just in the millions, maybe hundreds of millions. The ones in the billions is only there because it went up that much. As in, before this 1,600% rise, it was only at a market cap of 100 million. Now this token, Peanut the Squirrel. We talked about this quite early on this channel. It's currently at $1.75. But on this channel, I made a video about it when it was still at 11 cents. This is where the gains are. So since that video, we are up on Peanut by 1,600%. Now, how can we learn about those tokens early? I believe it's through following people that tended to make very good calls in the past. It's also about following people that have influence on the market. Check this out. Here's an alert how Crypto Banter bought the Peanut token at 3 cents. Again, now we're not at 3 cents, but at $1.73. And so how does this work? It's simply when there's big enough of a following that buys into a token. Crypto Banter has 1.1 million subscribers. And through various methods of on-chain analytics, we've discovered quite a few of their wallets. We are tracking 33 Crypto Banter wallets. We've got more than 400 wallets in total. So we are also tracking Alex Becker, for example. He's got 1.48 million subscribers. We've got 12 of his wallets. And so this is, I believe, where the real alpha is. Crypto is both a game of luck and skill. And the more the game is played, the more the capital moves from the people that just got lucky to the people that have more skill. Now, when we copy trade people that tend to have skill, that tend to accumulate more and more wealth, we tend to also replicate their performances. And so I really believe in this approach. I made a dedicated tutorial course on just that topic, on wallet tracking. It's 8 videos in total. How can we find influencer wallets? How can we track them? And how can we subsequently interpret the signals that we get from the tracking? It's all part of the premium membership of this channel. It's down below, thebitcoinstrade.com. It's not just about wallet tracking. It's also about on-chain analytics, about portfolio diversification, about all kinds of topics. Now, once we've got a signal, we of course also have to discuss when to buy, when to sell. We have to discuss the analytics, etc. That's why we've got dedicated chats on the individual altcoins in premium as well. So feel free to check it out. It's currently $125 per month. There's also a 1-week money back guarantee. So in case you don't like premium, in case you don't make money, just message me within the first 7 days and I will refund you 100%. There's really zero risk for you. And so is it possible that Dogecoin could rally further from here? Yes, I do believe it's possible. Is it likely that it's going to outperform the rest of crypto? I don't think so. If you got some value out of this video, feel free to subscribe. I publish videos regularly. A like would be very much appreciated as well. Helps the channel grow. See you in the next video or see you in premium. Cheers.